which is we're gonna be doing later. Okay. To move. So I'm gonna calculate the movement. To do that, I'm gonna be getting the input from the user, if they're pressing left or right. Okay, so the get axis method will return a numeric value of if the person is pressing left or right key buttons, okay, or A or D. So if you say horizontal axis, if you say vertical, it's going to return the values of the up and down keys. And I'm going to multiply that with my move speed, and multiply that with time dot delta time. Don't worry about the time delta time. I will explain that later.
One question.
Yes.
The movement. How's it going to be moving? The user's going to be pressing a button.
So if you press left or right, it's going to move left or right.
So
and enemies coming from the ahead.
So what if you want to move your phone to the left and right and want it to change?
You're going to use gyroscope plugins for that one. Which accelerometer, there's a code for that too, but not right now. Okay, and then I want to limit my movement to a certain direction. I don't want them to go off screen, right? So position X.
This is C sharp right here, right?
Yes, this is C sharp. Okay. So vector 3 is a object in Unity which holds a vector 3 that has 3 variables, right? X, Y, Z. And a position is the position of an object in a 3D space. And it is vector 3 type. So I'm going to create a new vector 3 type with the to change the position of my spacecraft. And I'm going to put these in the move function, and I'm going to call the move here in the update. So now let's go and test it and see if it's actually working. Actually, it's not going to work right now because I have to add the script to my spacecraft. So I have to select it in the spacecraft, and then I'm adding my script here. Okay, didn't work. Let's see. Transfer that position. Okay, transform that.
So the update is called whenever user does.
Update is called 25 times a second.
Ah,
Okay.
25 times a second.
Right.
What is movement? Oh, okay, it's a.
Movement comes from.
Yeah, I found that now.
Okay. Okay. Five here.
Vector 3.
Position.
Oh.
Okay. Now you can see I can move. Okay. But I mean, it looks like it's just staying in the same place, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna create some effect that the star's actually coming towards us, right? So let's create a game object particle system. Now the particle system currently, it doesn't look that great, so I'm gonna actually change the shape of it. Let me make this default. Okay, that's better. So if you look at the camera, it looks like this. It looks like there's some, it doesn't look like the stars. So I'm gonna go to shape, change the shape to cone, sorry, the cone. I'm gonna make sure the angle is same as the radius. And then I'm going to increase the speed, start speed.
So this is what makes it feel like it's going, it's moving.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna change its direction so it. Now I have to see because. Particle systems here. Now I'm gonna also add some more particles here, so let's make it 20. So now it looks like kind of flying stars, something like that.
That's neat.
Remember, we're trying to make a game in 15 minutes, so. So, okay.
Rotation.
Now, an aircraft needs we need a laser. We need to be able to shoot lasers, right? So, we're gonna
You need
add.
exhaust first.
Huh?
The plane needs an exhaust.
Exhaust?
It's
Or
less
rocket or whatever shows
important
that
than
it's going.
less important than lasers.
Hey, you gonna destroy the aliens with your exhaust? Hey, come on. Come on. Figure out your priorities. Well, there's an afterburner here, you see?
There we go.
Oh, there is an afterburner.
My Omega Fighter didn't have that.
This is
Your
awesome.
Omega Fighter is cheap.
It was free.
This is the instructor edition. Okay, now we're gonna add some lasers. Public, rigid body, laser beam. Okay, and I'm gonna be shooting it inside here. So if now I'm detecting if the user presses the space key, I'm gonna be shooting. Okay, input get key down, key code dot space. Okay, if this happens, we're gonna shoot. This is the code to shoot. So we're gonna create a new rigid body. Rigid body is any object that is working with physics in the game. Okay, let's say beam, tools, instantiate, laser beam. We're copying this laser beam here, and then we need to shoot it from a cannon. Okay, so public transform cannon. So the cannon is a transform type of object. Transform type stores the information for the position and the rotation of objects in a 3D space. So when you actually shoot a laser, you don't want it to shoot from any direction, but you want it to shoot from a certain place from a cannon, right? So that's why we're gonna have the cannon here. We're gonna start the beam from the cannon's position, and then again the cannon's rotation. And then once you create a beam, you need to add some force to push it forward. So I'm gonna give it 100 units of horse to go forward. Now, if you don't add the shoot inside the update, it's not going to run. So we have to add the shoot inside the update.
Oh, that's why mine. Wait,
Alright.
that's why mine wasn't working.
So I already have a laser beam prefab. Prefab is any object that you created once and then you make a prefab out of it. Means that you can use it anytime you want. You can just instantiate that object. So
You have to buy those?
no, you don't have to buy it. You can create it yourself. So I created a laser beam, right? The way you can create a laser beam. So this is my laser beam. What I did is I created an empty object, right?
So
And then I added a cylinder inside, right? And then I just rotated it a little bit, and then I, scaled, and that way you can create a laser beam. Now, because we're running out of time, I'm gonna use the one that I created out before. Right. So the one I created before is here. That's the way I did it. I added a game object, and then I added a cylinder inside, and I renamed it. And okay. Now it's already a prefab, so I'm gonna add that prefab into my spacecraft laser beam, and then now I need to know where my cannon is, because that's where I'm gonna be shooting from. So the spacecraft, inside the spacecraft,
space. Okay.
you need to create an empty object and
Empty
place it
object.
wherever you want to shoot from. So I'm gonna be shooting from here, and then I'm gonna add that in as my cannon by just dragging and dropping. Okay. So now it should work. Let's see. Yeah, it works. Let me just make this wide so it's easy to see. Let me maximize. So I can shoot now.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, but without any sound effects, it's kind of too plain, right? So we need to add some sound effect. I'm gonna add an audio source. Okay. Inside the audio source, you need to add a clip. So you can download some clips from Unity Store again for free. I'm gonna be using Laser when I download it.
Can we just roll files like MP3s?
What's that? You can do WAV, MP3, and a couple of more ones. So in the code, let's say we need to have an audio source. Is spacecraft. Actually, just AS laser. Okay. Now I'm gonna need to access that audio source component at the beginning of the game. That's why I'm gonna use the get components method. Okay, and then after that, once this initialized, I can use it anytime I shoot. Play. Now let's play. It's kind of a crappy sound, but
How
Okay.
is it deflecting? Did you implement like that thing in the background that's reflecting off them?
What's
When you-
reflecting?
When you shoot the laser and it hits that spacecraft over in the distance. Did you implement that anywhere?
oh no, not yet. So yeah, because it's not implemented yet, we're gonna implement that now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we need to have some enemies to shoot at, and right now I have this alien guy. Not that one. Wait. This alien guy we have here, he's like some ugly alien guy.
Ugly alien guy.
So, you know, he's got some, I don't know, some tails, whatever. But But to be able to do anything with this guy, I need to create a script. So I'm gonna go here, right click, create C# script. You can also use JavaScript, but usually most developers, they go with C#.
What's the reason?
It's compatible with a lot of different technologies.
Right.
If you ever want to use databases and stuff, it's going to be easier. So, okay, let's call this one alien script. Now the alien script should do only two things, right? It needs to first move the alien straight, and then if it needs to detect if it gets hit by the laser, it's gonna blow up. So I'm gonna say again, public float move speed, let's say 5, and then inside the update it's gonna be just moving forward. Transform the position plus equal, transform the forward, move speed, and then time that delta time. Okay, so this code will make him move forward. Okay, now the other code we're going to be writing is to detect. It's going to detect any type of collision. With one collision, this is a built-in function of Unity. Or it detects if there's any collision. So we're going to detect the collision between the laser beam and the alien itself. Collision. If collision frame object if the tag of the object is laser, then we're gonna blow up the alien. But to blow up, we need to have an explosion prefab. So I'm gonna just create a prefab explosion. Now explode, and then I'm gonna also turn off. I'm gonna make the alien disappear. So I also need to have a reference to the alien object. Sorry, game object. Alien object. Okay. So the alien object will disappear. And then explosion will take place.
And so this what you're writing right now is just making one alien, but the update method is gonna cause it to come over and over again.
We're gonna write another script to keep spawning new aliens. Okay. We're almost there. We're like 60% done so far.
Question.
Got 5 minutes.
Just one question.
Yes.
So how many times does the alien have to get hit for it to disappear? Just one time?
You can decide that. For now, it's just gonna be 1.
Okay.
But you can increase that. We can do that later. Okay. So explosion happens. Alien gets activated, and then destroy this object. Let's see if it's going to work. Choose the alien. Alien here. And let's see. Oh, it's not going to work because we haven't done the explosion yet. Just a second. Explosion. Let me find an explosion here. So that's going to be our explosion. Okay. And then the alien object is going to be just the alien itself. Yep, it's gone. But it exploded without any sound. So let's add some sounds to the alien. Audio source. And then, I'm having so much fun. I hope you guys are having
I
fun.
know.
Could you send us an email this morning? So
Yeah, I'm gonna upload this to a website, and I'm gonna send you guys a link so you can download it and check it out.
Are you gonna do GitHub or?
No, I'm gonna put it on my faculty website.
Oh, okay, cool.
And for the sound effects, can we put our own sound?
Yeah, you can
Wow.
record your own screaming if you want and play. So now the alien is gonna explode and let's see audio source here. Alien explosion. Why didn't that play? Anyway, so okay, I see some of you guys are trying to leave. I'm gonna wrap it up. You can also add some soundtrack. You know, make it loop.
What was loop? What was the make it loop?
Play on loop, and it's just gonna play music. So I also download the music. I got one more script to write. Let me just write that one really quick. Spawner.
Oh, that's gonna spawn new aliens.
So we're gonna spawn many aliens with this script. Okay. So we need to have spawn points before we can spawn anything. Public transform spawn points. All right. And then we need to have a timer. How often do you want to spawn aliens? Well, timer 0. Now, the timer is going to keep counting, right? So, time that fixed time. And then if the time is greater than, let's say 3, then you can actually spawn another alien.
Oh, okay, and that's set to 0.
Public game objects. Just copy the code for you. So I'm choosing a random point to spawn the alien from. Okay, just one more thing, public float, spawn time. Okay, now we can just give this to the spawn points. Now we're gonna add 3 points to spawn from. Spawn point 2, spawn point 1, spawn point 3, timer 0, alien. Alright, let's see how that happens.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, that was the game, guys. Apparently there was a bug. Before you go, thank you. Thank you all for showing up. So let's talk about just really quick. What's the best time to show up for you guys? Is this a good time slot? Or
This is perfect, yeah.
Is it? Okay, then let's do this weekly. We'll meet next week. I'll send out emails and I'm gonna upload the code. Okay. Okay. Let's take a picture actually. Our first meeting.